This is day 437 of Zohar Pshat, and we are on Nun Aleph Amrav. We're still talking about candle. And up to Moshe Rabbeinu's candle. So we'll start from the 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 minutes to the top. Bonar Chibra, the Shaya Lave, the white light which is on top of the black, blue, red light. Lo Echil, it doesn't consume. Lo Shatse, and it doesn't destroy Lamin forever. Lo Ishtane Norway, and its light doesn't change. But so it's always the same white. I think actually clear light. Vadamar Moshe, and that's when Moshe says, Ki Hashem Elokecha Eish Ochlahu. Hashem Elokecha, he's talking to Am Yisrael. Because on your level, Am Yisrael is below Moshe Rabbeinu. And, if you want to take this Zohar on a certain level, this is a very big plug for the idea of a Rebbe, a tzaddik, who's higher than everybody else, because you have Moshe Rabbeinu on one Madrega, which is the way the Sulam puts it, Or Chasodim, which is the level of the white light, and then you have Am Yisrael, which is on the lower level. Hashem Elokecha, on your level, Eish Ochla is a consuming fire. That's the light which is black, blue, and red. So that's certainly consuming. That's a little fire below. That's who puts it, because that's a fire which has dinim in it. It eats and consumes everything which is below it. That's why it's Hashem Elokecha, not Elokeinu, not concerning Moshe Rabbeinu. The Moshe, but who Moshe is in that white light. Lo Shaitim Loachi, which is not destroy nor consume. Tachazi, come see. Isarusa Lizdaka, Zaloka Hai Nahora Tichla. There is no arousal, meaning no involvement. It's like that lower blue light, which then attaches to the white light, Eladei Yisrael. Only by Am Yisrael. In other words, the masses below Moshe Rabbeinu. The Inum is Dapkin Beit Chosoi, they're connected to Moshe Rabbeinu underneath him. He says, come see, Afagab, the Urchi, the Hai Nahora Tichla Uchma, L'Sheit Tzah. This is even though the way of that that blue black light is to destroy. Kome is Dabik by anything which connects to it, which is of course the candle, the wick, and the oil. Anything which is connected underneath it. He's talking about the stopping beit kosoi. The Am Yisrael nevertheless is connected underneath Moshe. So, and therefore, v'kaimim b'kuma, and they're sustained that way. So again, Moshe Rabbeinu says, you're dubbing Hashem Elokeichem, right? So even though you're on the level of Hashem Elokeichem, Hashem Elokeichem below Elokeinu, right? You're on your level, not my level. In that blue black light, the Achil Shete Kol Mizdabi Chosohi, which eats and consumes everything which is underneath it. Vatum is Dapkin Bay, you connect to it, but the kaiming, even though what you're eating is consumed, you're sustained. See, Chayim Kolchem Hayom, you're all alive today. And then on this white light, so there's a enveloping, closed, secret, so to speak, secret light, the or makim, which surrounds the or pnimi. But let's come back to it in a second. So in the meantime, what the Zohar is saying is that Am Yisrael has to go through this world. Moshe Rabbeinu is on a Bahai Madrega, and he is sustained on a Bahai Madrega by Am Yisrael, which is underneath him, evidently. Am Yisrael going out and confronting all the issues of this world, including the dinim, and having to consume things and make sure that things are consumed, whether they're by black, blue, or red fire. Moshe Rabbeinu is sustained in his position of white fire, above that. And the transcendent light, which Moshe Rabbeinu represents, connects Am Yisrael as well, so that we can function in our encounters with matter, the fuel, so to speak, of the fire. We're connected to Hashem through Moshe Rabbeinu and through the light of the Chesed above. So again, if you want to learn the Zohar on this level, clearly that Moshe Rabbeinu is the Rebbe of Klal Yisrael. He stands between Am Yisrael, the Or Makif, the developing light, and the changing lights below by representing the white light. You don't have to learn it that way. You can learn that Moshe Rabbeinu here is more of an abstract concept. In other words, that there's this level above Am Yisrael, metaphorically. Moshe Rabbeinu, the level in which there's this connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But either way you learn it, there's different levels of light, and Am Yisrael, even though they have to confront all the dinim in this world, nevertheless, since they're connected to on high, therefore they have this tremendous infusion of kedusha by having this connection by light, which in itself is surrounded by these oros makifin, by these enveloping lights of which are not accessible to us necessarily, which are the parts in the neshama, I guess, of Am Yisrael in general, of the specific person as well, which a person doesn't normally have access to, but obviously they are there, and they are something which is in the subconscious or the unconscious of Am Yisrael, of the individual. They connect them to higher levels. Again, there's a hidden light which envelops it. And there's a tremendous secret here. And all this you'll find in that flame, the solik, which goes up, and higher wisdom is in it. Pinchas, after he heard this from his father-in-law, Shimbai, came and kissed him. I said, bless HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which brought me here to hear this idea from you. And Pinchas evidently wasn't part of the Chabad on a normal basis, because we know was some kind of a loner, and when we invited him to eat, he promised to come, but then things happened, didn't happen yet. There's this Pinchas here is as unique the Mahalach in this world, but he interacted with Shimon from time to time. He was one of them. So also made a Pinchas plus mealing. They went with Pinchas 3 meal, and then Hadru Rabbi Shimon the Chabraya came back, and then Rabbi Shimon continues to speak about the candle and the light and the flame. But we'll leave that for next time.